We have here verse 35 of the 12th chapter of the Gospel of John. We just heard the question that's been raised by the crowd. They are somehow in a state of some confusion about the fact that Christ has mentioned that he's going to be lifted up, and they're wondering how the Christ, who is supposed to remain forever, and the Son of Man, similarly, is supposed to be one who would not face death, how all of this picture is to be put together. And Jesus rather cuts past all of that. He doesn't respond directly to those questions because in some ways the questions themselves are inapposite. But he does drive home the point that this is the moment for them to recognize the truth of who he is and what he is. And so we have apen from Lego, I say, third person singular, aorist active indicative. So he said, un, postpositive, therefore. He said, therefore, autois, dative, plural, masculine, indirect object of the verb. He said, therefore, to them, the subject of the verb, ho Jesus, so the Jesus, literally, the Jesus therefore said to them. Eti, eti is a indeclinable adverb, it means yet. So yet mikron, this adjective, goes along with chronon, which is a noun. It means time, and so mikron, like micro anything, means a small time. So this agreeing with chronon, yet a little time. To phos, this is the neuter article, the light, phos, the light, so yet a little time, the light. In takes the dative, can mean either in or among, and so either one is probably going to do here. So the little for a little while, the light among you or in you, humen, the dative plural, second person pronoun, so among you, esten, the light is. Third person singular, present active indicative of a, me, I am. So for yet a little while the light is among you, referring presumably to Jesus' own presence among you, which was going to be ending soon enough because, of course, later in the week, as he's already suggested, he's going to be lifted up, he's going to be crucified, and that's going to be the beginning of the end of his presence here on earth, and certainly the end of him being in a public sort of ministry. So then he gives the command, peripateta, it's from peripateo, means I walk, second person plural, present active imperative, so he's commanding them, walk, continue to walk. Hos, hos is, can mean as or about, or it can mean while sometimes, and that's probably the idea here. So walk as, or about or in, tophos, same as we had here, the light, eketa, you have. Second person plural, present active indicative of echo, I have. So walk according to or in or while you have the light. The command here to recognize the opportunity that is theirs because it's going to be running out within the next very few days. Hina, in order that, conjunction will take the subjunctive as we find it down here, in order that me scotia, in order that not darkness, you, the plural, accusative, second person pronoun, in order that not darkness you, then katalabe. From katalambino, it means to take down, to bring down is the idea. And so that in order that it will not bring you down or take you down, the darkness, that's the idea. So walk while you have the light to avoid the opportunity for the darkness to take you down. The hina me, in order that not, usually translated as lest the darkness bring you down. Kai, and, but it can also have the idea of because of, here probably idiomatically is the notion, because the walking, peripaton, the participle, here is the present active participle, masculine, singular nominative, because the walking in te scotia, the walking in the darkness, or the one who walks in the darkness, uk oiden, from edo, I know. This is the perfect active indicative, third person singular, does not know. Pu, the indeclinable adverb, means where or whither, and then hupage, from hupago, I go, or I go away. So it seems to me that Jesus is saying here that this is the last opportunity you have, that soon enough Jesus is going to be departing from the public stage. Holy Week is going to be unfolding. He's going to be tried and executed. And of course, from that point on, he's not going to be making public appearances. It's going to be appearances to those who are his followers, and they will certainly have indisputable evidence of his resurrected state. But for the crowd in general, this is kind of the last opportunity they have, and so it's a command that is intended to wake them up to this opportunity and to quit asking what amount to nitpicking questions, that have to do with a misunderstanding of what Jesus is actually saying.